you can start living right now. I don't want to live when I'm 70 and 80 and 90. I want to live
Yeah.
now. I'm 51 and blessed, grateful. I want to live the life of freedom right now, every day. So precious.
Yeah.
So for everybody out there that's hustling and working hard and frustrated and stuck, you don't have to. Just decide that there is a better way, and this is the better way. There is help out there. You just have to find it.
Welcome to Super Entrepreneurs Podcast. I'm your host, Shahid Darani. Today we have with us Kamal El-Rassi. Kamal is an award-winning author of Thinking into Results with Double Forward by Loral, Langemeier, and Raymond. Both are #1 New York 5-time bestseller, and Raymond as the publisher. Kamal is a business and leadership coach certified by Bob Proctor. Yes. And is a coach with Loral, Langemeier, the Millionaire Maker. Kamal has spent 25 years in the professional business management and holds several degrees in engineering and MBA. Most recently held the position of VP for Republic Steel. Kamal helps entrepreneurs, CEOs, managers to start living a better life and multiply their annual income. Love that. Getting them to start living freely to their full potential, their super potential. The Think and Grow Rich Business Mastermind process is a sure system for peak performance to break away from the pack and start living a happy, healthy, and wealthy life. Welcome to our show, Kamal.
Woo! Thank you so much, my good friend Shahid, for this amazing introduction.
It's great to see you on the show. I know we were meant to do this a long time ago. We just never got around to it, but I'm just grateful to have you on. And audience, I just want to tell you about Kamal. He's a great guy. He has a very good heart. He's very caring for others. He always has a helping hand out in the community, in our community, in Proctor Gallagher Institute. He's always out there trying to help someone. And even the clients and people that come to him, he's always out there serving. And you can see that on LinkedIn and pretty much online. And we became friends through the process because vibrationally speaking, you can just pick up when someone is good. So I just wanted to mention that. Kamal, is great to have you here.
Oh, it's just a pleasure. And it's really been sweet knowing you and seeing the transformation, what you're doing and learning from you every day. And I'm really proud of your podcast and the show and the quality of the people that you bring to the community. I didn't know that you do that much with the podcast, but I'm just amazed with the quality and how well it is and meeting you through the material, thinking into results and masterminding. It's just been a pleasure. Meeting you in person, of course, as well a few times.
Of course, yes. And thank you so much for that, Kamal. It's a great journey. There's a lot of talk about thinking into results out there. There's a lot of consultants. There's a lot of transformations happening all over the world. But what are your thoughts on an entrepreneur that is looking to make a transformation? What should they be looking for on top of the actual program, thinking into results, when they look at a mentor? What kind of qualities they should be looking for? What kind of questions they may ask? What do you think they should be careful about or very excited about when they come across this program or a consultant?
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. The landscape is so noisy out there. Everybody's trying to do something, and there's so many programs and systems.
Yeah.
We take you through this and through that. You got to be careful with where you go and who you go after. So my suggestion for any CEO or VP, manager, entrepreneur that wants to grow is find somebody that has a message that resonates with your heart. Yeah, and that's you're going to tell that if you actually suspend looking at it somewhere, just look at that individual, or he or she, and see if their message is reaching to you, because they have to be speaking your language. And if that message starts to resonate, listen to them a little bit more and see what they're up to. And then once you do that, check them out and see, are they doing the things that you want to do? Can they solve your problem? Because each one of us, as we're growing, we have a certain problem. Some have copyright problems, some have internal problem, a physical problem, a shape problem. Can they solve this problem for you? And really have this candid conversation. Don't be pressured to rush into anything. Don't be forced to. There's some really bad sales tactics going on out there, and people jump into these
Yeah.
programs and they don't get the results. And it makes the whole
Yeah.
coaching industry so noisy and it has a
Yeah.
negative connotation to it. So my
Mm.
recommendation is that find somebody that you resonate with. Find somebody that has a solution to a problem that you have, and really don't rush. Talk to them, listen to their podcast, read their book, come to their community, have that conversation. Hey, listen, man, I really want some results. I really want to lose this weight. I really want to grow my business this much. I really want to, I'm having trouble building a team. How do you do it? And then have them really
Mm.
have that conversation with you. And you have to really don't
Yeah.
bombard. He did this and she did that, and I'm just going to go do the same. Just because they go to
Yeah.
Tony Robbins, it might not work for you. Just because they want to
Yeah.
buy Proctor, it might not work. So you have to
Yeah.
listen to your heart.
Yeah. I find the biggest results that comes out of a transformational program is the individual belief. There's people that get incredible results from Tony Robbins. There's people that get results from other programs out there. I feel like it's that individual that puts heart in and they do the work and they actually starting to have somewhat of the belief. Then the mentor actually explaining and helping them with the belief as well, because that belief component is a big aspect because a lot of people fall off then.
It's so true. And these beliefs are so important. Like when you go on
Mm.
this journey, let's give an example of somebody that wants to multiply their business.
Mm.
Do you believe that you can do it? That's the first.
Yeah.
Just saying it and sharing it with your team, you have to say it with confidence. You have to say it with that poise and not with arrogance. And say it with poise and say, hey, we got to double the sale. And we're going to do it all together. Now, we don't know how, but you have to believe it. Now, if you don't believe that you can do that, but you want to because the CEO, the board of directors is saying, hey, man, we got to grow the sales. Tough economy stuff. We're really going to push. And if you're having this little anxiety about it to speak to your team, this is where you need somebody that's done it.
Yeah.
You raise
Yeah.
that belief. Like, I believe in myself more when somebody's mentoring me on the things that I don't know. For example, social media
Yeah.
stuff. So you have
Mm.
to find that ability to help you raise that belief, and you start building that belief. You start saying things. You start affirming that belief. You grow the belief of the thing that you want to do. See, if you don't believe that you can do it, you're not going to do it. That's why I
Mm.
love the material from Bob and Point Hill. It's all up here. It's mental. Is it 95% mental? The term is out there, 95% mindset and mental.
Yeah.
It starts
Yeah.
there for sure and starts building those
Yeah.
roots. So those
Well,
beliefs are key.
Yeah, 100%, Kamal. And I interview a lot of people, and that is pretty much similar thing that I hear, that success is mindset. And when I started this podcast, I was hearing a lot about it. I was doubtful too before my transformation. What do you mean? I got to go hustle. I have to work 18 hours a day. My parents telling me that work hard, more time you invest in it, the better results you'll get, and all that stuff. And that's what I was following. But when I was hearing this back then, I was like, what do you mean? But now it makes total sense. And then a lot of these experts that are coming on the show, they're saying the same thing. But the problem is there's a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of leaders that don't really feel they need it. They don't really
Mm.
feel like that is important. Hustle is getting the job done. What would you say to someone like that?
Beautiful. I love it. And that's the programming. So the hustle will get it done only so far. And eventually you're going to get tired. So if you do it by force and pressure, like I was raised in a place where we have to work hard. You have to get double job. You have to get degrees. And you got to do it
Yeah.
by force and pressure. But eventually it stops working because you're totally exhausted. You don't have time for your family. You don't have time for your friends. You're just working, paying some taxes. And hopefully you have a house and a car and some vacation here. And you get fully exhausted. Whereas if you just desire, if you build that desire that you're wanting more and believe that you can do it and start putting systems in place, start putting processes to grow. Like how is it possible that Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, all these people, they can run $1 billion companies, 100,000 people, and some entrepreneur or some business owner cannot even manage 5 people. They're the same people. And it's all in the mind. It's all in the mindset. So we just have to help them build this mindset, build that belief that they can do it differently. and let go of that programming. I was raised in Lebanon, a very small village, left with a backpack, jumped on the boat and said, I'm done. And I knew there was more greatness for me when I came to Canada and visited the US. I saw this vision early on, but I wanted more. So this is what we need for those individuals who are pushing it with the hard work and force to let it go. It's not the way. And it says here in Think and Grow Rich, which we teach, right? If you think you
Yeah.
can get fully rich, like really quantum level, rich, double, 10 times by hard work, forget the idea. Perish the idea. Perish the idea. It's not by hard work. You got to do it by, you have to let it be. You have to become it. You have to kind of move
Allow
into
it. Yeah. It's incredible to see you evolve as well, Kamal. I believe you were working in a job when you got introduced to this, and where you are today, this just gives another example of what this material can do for a person, what it can do for a human being. I had a mentor before. It's funny. I believe you know him too, but anyways, I don't want to mention names, but he would say, be careful where you bring thinking into results program, because it just brings out such huge potential in a human being that it's going to do wonders. You might see turnover because this stuff just wakes you up into a next level where you start doing incredible things and you don't even realize it. Sometimes it doesn't comprehend, like you're catching up. Wow, what is this happening? Wow, I'm catching up.
Mhm.
And it is so true because it is a very powerful way the information is put together. It is in a very special way, like it's done through history and experience of Bob Proctor, going step by step. He carefully
right.
designed it that the first morning you start, what you do, and the next day, the next week, everything, it holds your hand through the proper mentorship, of course. Can't just do it alone. It needs the proper guidance, right? Because you just don't know. Sometimes you just fall back in the old programming. So,
Right.
but if you follow the instructions, it's just incredible what it does for a human being. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I love what you said. I'll mention a bit about that, then I go what happened to me. The
Yeah.
system is basically takes you through a gradual growth from where you are to where you want to go. See, we are programmed from school, right? You go to first class, second class, then you grade one, grade two. So we're programmed to go on this systematic. So the program has these steps to get you to design a goal that you are in love with and get you to move into action. And then you just fall in love with it and use the higher side. So we take them through this beautiful system systematically. Does everybody need all the steps? No, because everybody has so much experience in them. You just need a few tweaks here and there. But the system takes you step by step. It's like the GPS. We always need this map. Like, how do you go from here to Florida? We're in the map and the map takes you. And that's what the system does. Now, what you said about bringing this material to a workplace or to the team that you work with, yes, you might experience people leaving. You might experience people growing and wanting a higher position because
But you want that for them.
you want it for them. If you're a good manager, if you're a good company, you want your people to grow. You want them to become the manager, the CEO, the VP. You want them to double their sale. And if you don't, we need to have a small conversation because it's really about expanding this human potential of the team that you have. But what it also does, Shahid, that this material, it wakes you up. Previous way, like the way I did it, I changed 4 jobs total. I had to change job to grow. But now with the material, I really don't have to
Yeah.
anymore. With the resources that we have, I could just think bigger. And with the same company that you're in, there's more resources. You just don't see it. So the material wakes you up, makes you more aware. See, when I came across Bob Proctor, I was like, 22 years in business and really wanting more. I don't want to be struggling to make payments. I don't want to be struggling to just barely cutting it. What can I do? How can I give more? I wanted to give more. I wanted to have people back home in Lebanon, Africa. And then Bob's material started showing up. So I watched a bunch of video, one-to-one at the seminar, like, this is going to be it because he talks about welcome leads. He talks about making your annual in a month. It's like excited me. I was doing it with degrees, the way we are taught. Get another certificate, get another degree, this, that. And did it help? Absolutely. Education is fabulous. It just only takes you so far. But if you really want to become aware, you have to get it in a different way because the intelligence and the knowledge is already within us and we're just letting it come out. So I used that material on my team, used it on myself, and then I started to get promoted Then I moved to another company where we doubled their income, went from 14 million to $28.5 million, 2.5 years.
Awesome.
Me and four other product managers. Now, could I have done it without the material? It would probably take me 10, 20 years, but the material speeds things up. And that's where the system is. It's not random. It's not chaos. It's not like going on YouTube and finding
No,
two things here and there.
no.
It takes you through it. You focus and it's designed like an organized plan, like it's a system. It's a way to move forward. That's what the legacy of what Bob did, 61 years. I actually call it 150 years of science psychology because he took Napoleon Hill's, then you got Gale, who took that from Napoleon Hill, and then Bob. And that's all together 150 years of science and psychology. It's phenomenal. If somebody wants mental freedom, if somebody wants to become more in everything that they're doing in their home life, relationship, business, and feel that satisfaction of growth, this is it. There's nothing like it on the market.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to quickly interrupt today's episode to announce something really exciting. I'm doing a 5-day live launch, July 3rd to July 7th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's called DIY, Do It Yourself, Studio Grade Podcast and TV, under $100 using AI. I'm blown away at what is happening in my world, and I wanted to share it with you all. If you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, I'm going to share everything in this event. You're going to absolutely love it. And I would love for you to be there. Register via the link in the show notes, and then join the private Facebook group called Mindset for Business Success. Thank you so much, everyone. And back to today's episode. Bye. Yeah. Not to sound too biased, because we both are very much in love with this and what it has done for our lives. But let's give some juicy stuff to people that are watching this or listening.
Yeah.
Can you help guide some people what they can do to start decreasing the power of the limiting beliefs that hound people? A huge obstacle when it comes to waking up in the morning, getting ready, doing your business, what you do day to day is a big hindrance. What can you recommend regarding limiting beliefs they could do?
Love that. And it's a beautiful question. And there's
Thank you.
one way to do it is to start creating order in your life. We are limitless. We have a lot of potential. We have to create this order. See, the universe likes order, and order is heaven's first law. So we just got to start make this day, every day count. And we have to wake up not thinking of the past and not thinking of 10 years from now or 2 years from now. What can we do today? And what mindset do I need for today to grow in my business and in my work and in my life? What do I need to get my mindset? One of the things that I do on a daily basis that's successful, as soon as I wake up, I pray, I'm thankful, and I'm grateful for what I have, what I am, and I'm above ground, and I have a bed, air conditioning, roof above my head. And then I right away, I visualize my goal. What do I really want to do? Where is this goal? How is it? What will it feel when it's achieved? Even though it's not here yet, but I feel that goal. So yes, as soon as you wake up, your mind's going to race and it's going to go, oh, I got to do this to work. You're going to take my car. No, you got to let all that stop and say, let me be thankful. Let me be grateful. Let me just set my mind that I am going to have a good day. Just make that decision that this is going to be the greatest day. Because we don't have tomorrow. We only have now. So I do it day by day. And that's the first part of my day where I pray, I'm thankful, I'm grateful. Then I visualize my goal. And then as I do that, I study some materials that we have, Think and Grow Rich or Thinking into Results. And then I ask myself, what can I do today to improve my business? I get it. I have sales problems. I get it. I have customers complaining. I get it. If it's a manufacturing company, there's pressure. But what can you do with the people that you have to improve? And I ask myself these questions. I'm quiet in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and guidance will give you answers. Guidance is spirit. And that's when all the energy is coming in, all the power. So after you kind of set this beautiful day, you're grateful, you want your goal, you ask for this guide, what can I do to improve my business? What are some action steps I can do to move towards this goal? And you get some answers. Now, some days you might not get good answers. Some days you might not, you might get ideas that doesn't even make sense. It's okay. If you do this day in, day out, you set up your day to succeed. And then you have to
Yeah.
move into action. This is the part, Shahid, where everybody's limiting beliefs kicks in hard. And you ask me that question, what can we do to help them? We need to move into action. It doesn't matter that you're not a superstar right now. You can still go and make a few laps around the block. It doesn't matter that your closing rate on your sales, your sales mentor is 10%. You can still make another phone call. You can still show up. You have to go and do the work. Just because you failed yesterday and last month, it doesn't mean you cannot have that. You have to switch your mind. You have to go and do the work. The material that Shahid uses and I puts you in action. See, the universe rewards those who take action. If you just have to endeavor, show up and take this action, then you're going to see some result.
Based on the law of polarity, we have the innate power where we can decide which pole to pick, right? The negative or the positive. But that awareness to know that those thoughts pop up from the subconscious past programming that just pops up and says, oh, no, you can't do that. Oh, another day. Oh, I'm not get any more sales today. I've been working so hard. All that stuff that keeps coming up that limits people.
Yeah.
They start practicing on little things to change that perception, the perception of it. So start looking at how it could be better. And they start putting energy into what could go right that day. If they could keep doing that, could also help, right?
Absolutely. We have to learn to see the positive in everything. We have to put some rules not to go to the negative. And we have to be intentional on living a positive, bulletproof attitude life, whereas everything is going to happen is good for me. It's happening for me, not to me. And when you put this positive spin, it's not just the thing. People say positive attitude. You don't just have it. You have to grow it. You have to start doing it. You have to start being it. You have to start accepting that if you go out to the driveway and your car is not there, maybe somebody needed it. Maybe you needed a new car. You go out there and you have a flat tire. Maybe there was going to be an accident if there wasn't a flat tire, and now you're safe. You're at home before you go. You have to see the positive, and you start building these incremental positive steps, and then good things starts coming. Because whenever we push out to the universe, it comes back. So if we're pushing anger, anxiety, and stress, you're getting more of that anger, anxiety coming back at you. You become distressed. You want to push out positive. You want to be kind. You want to see the good in everything. But to do it, habitually, you have to change. We are programmed to react the way our parents taught us and the way we learned when we were kids, outside in. And we have to live inside out. Where's my coin here? I have this coin here from Bob. I got this from somewhere. And it says, you're going to live inside out, right?
Yeah.
Carl Jung said, those who look outside dream. Those who go inside awake.
Beautiful.
Awaken. So those who look outside dream. Those who look inside awaken. So you have to go inside.
So can I use that again, Kamal?
Oh, sure you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a really good point. It obviously doesn't mean to run away from negative. Negative comes, oh, I got to run away, take a cold shower or something, try to get rid of the negative. You're aware of it. It is what it is. It's going to happen. The biggest problem I see people face is that they're trying to control the uncontrollable stuff. If you're just okay with it and you just accept it as is, whatever it is, and you put your energy in what you want.
Absolutely. You have to do your best. You have to have your team trained to do the best they can. Now, if we fail because two people on the team did not show up or they did not push the thing that they need to push, okay, there's a process issue. There's a training issue. Okay, what's going on? How can we help you? Why did we not do it? Figure out the systematic process to do it. Deal with the negative. Every situation, we can just learn from it. I think we know about this law of compensation. I just have to get better today at what I'm doing. You as a business owner, the entrepreneur, just get better today. See, the law of compensation said the need for what you do, how good are you at doing it, and you're becoming indispensable. The need for what we do has always been, and it's going to still be here when we leave this earth, we go somewhere else. So the second part is how good are we doing it? I just have to get better today. I got to speak better today. I got to show up better today for my family, for myself, for my business, for my clients. And I just got to do a better job. Better job what?
Mm,
Teaching, coaching, selling, serving,
love it.
solving the problem. If I just get better today,
Yeah,
all
that's
you
it.
have to focus on and then you become positive, but you have to
Mm,
habitually do it. So we teach you
mm,
to build habits, one habit, two habits at a time. Like I cannot run 10 miles right now. I can do 4 miles. If I want to go to 10 miles, I'm going to go to five first, then six, and then
mm,
seven. I'm going to habitually change. But those limiting beliefs or the negative ones are strong, and you need a coach and a mentor to take you across that bridge. It's much easier with a mentor, with a group, with a bunch of people that are doing it together. Because if you could do it by yourself, you would have done it already. If you're dreaming
mm.
big for a long time and you're not happy and it's not moving and you're still here and you think you're going to do it, you ain't going to do it. But
You,
if you could
mm,
have done it, you would have done
mm.
it. YouTube
Yeah,
University doesn't cut it. Unfortunately, I
yeah, me
tried.
too. I
You
spent
know,
hours and
uh,
consumed a lot of content. It makes things worse, actually. It gets you more confused. You need
it-
intelligently directed information
yes.
towards a worthy ideal. How can anybody find you, Kamal? Anybody in the audience say, you know what? He has an amazing smile. I got to come and meet with him and figure out if he can help me and help my business. What's the best way? Do you have a master class or a group or anything like that you want to share?
Yeah, I'm excited about what you just asked. Like, basically, if you just search my name, Kamal El-Rassi, you'll find me. If you forget everything we talk about, if you search Kamal El-Rassi, you'll find me on Google and it should take you. But
Good.
the easiest place is askelrassi.com, ASKELRASI.com. That website will take you to my ecosystem where you can get a gift and find more about me, find all my social stuff and see what I do. And basically, the best thing that I'm excited about now is the group with the business people that were studying Think and Grow Rich. I have some people that study Think and Grow Rich, but this one is with the entrepreneurs, the executive group. Everybody's heard of this book, but they haven't studied it, Think and Grow Rich. So we meet
Yeah.
once a week and we study part of a lesson. We barely
Yeah.
finish a lesson every week. And we
Yeah.
talk about it. We talk about our business compared to the lesson, our business compared to what the lesson is saying. And we also have some snippets from Bob Proctor, who studied this for
Mm,
61 years, that we share
mm,
together. And that's it.
mm.
What I call it, Think and Grow Rich Business Mastermind, where people can
Good.
come in, slow keys, relax, we talk 1 hour a week to really help you understand this book. How did Napoleon Hill did it? What did Andrew Carnegie meant? And what this material can do to your business and your
Amazing.
life. That's
Very good.
the advice.
That's
And
good.
so that's kind of what I
That's yeah, it is, Kamal. Thank you so much for sharing that. There is a struggle in the world. I came out of that struggle. So
yeah.
I know, and you can hear it. You can sense it when you talk to people. You sense that something's going to explode any second. It's like that frustration, that confusion, feeling
Mhm.
stuck, the competitiveness, or I got to hustle, I got to do better, I got to do better. But the beautiful part is that human beings have some incredible gifts and incredible powers. Once you calm things down by joining a group like what you're saying, and meeting with people, consuming content like this, and going through a professional program obviously is the key because that's where transformation happens. But
Yeah.
that's when you can see this other world because life is basically a perception. Not one single human being has a similar experience. Every single human being has a different experience of life, and it's all
Yeah.
mind based. When you change the mind, you change your experience. It's beautiful stuff. And I appreciate you today, Kamal, for coming on our show, taking the time. I know you're really busy, and I was so excited to talk to you and spread your message. And I hope you can help people in our audience create that transformation. If you have any final words, go ahead, please.
Yeah, absolutely. What I want to tell everybody is that it's like you slow down to speed up. We want everybody to become unstoppable, right? To go from stoppable, you're stuck, frustrated, stressed, to become unstoppable. And the beautiful part is that we know how to do it. And the magic, you can start living right now. We want them to start living right now. I don't want to live when I'm 70 and 80 and 90. I want to live
Yeah.
now. I'm 51 and blessed, grateful. I want to live the life of freedom right now, every day, so precious.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
the switch that we can give everybody to become
Yes.
unstoppable. So for everybody out there that's hustling and working hard and frustrated and stuck, you don't have to. Just decide that there is a better way, and this is the better way. And there is help out there. You just have to find it. And Shahid can do amazing stuff with what he's doing. So I love you, man.
Thank you. Thank you,
Blessing.
Kamal. Audience, appreciate you as well for coming and joining us for another episode today. I know some of this information intuitively connected with you is just natural. We get in our own way. Sometimes we hear things, it feels good. We make up all these stories based on our past experience or based on other people's experience or what other people think we should do. But when something feels right, there's something in it, right? And then
Mhm.
the results and what you get out of it, it comes from that individual and how passionate, how much belief they have, and how much love they have for that transformation, for their family. But if you have that, you go in, you can do it. And a great way to start is with something that Kamal is mentioning. There's millions of people that read, think, and grow rich, but don't get the results because reading a book, you don't become the knowledge by just reading it. You have to study, you have to ask questions. And that book is incredible. There's such hidden gems in there. So when you actually study yourself with that information, that's what
Mhm.
Kamal is doing. They study it and you ask, you reflect that information from your own side. You ask questions. When you start going deep into the material, you start seeing results. Definitely, I recommend that you check that out. Appreciate you guys and really thankful that you guys help us grow. We love that you're part of the show, and we'll see you on the next episode. And Kamal, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you so much. Blessings to all. Peace.